Road to 50 million. And when I do these videos, road to 50 million, I'm talking about a goal that I have. But I hope what you're hearing is a goal that you have. I hope what you hear is the encouragement, love, and power that I intend to share with you. This is a beautiful picture. It has it looks like an eagle and perhaps a phoenix and bright sunshine in it. And I titled today's Be a Light. And, I didn't wear an orange shirt to match this. It just turned out that way. I did think about using Be a Light this morning as the topic today. As each additional day I live, I learn more about the power that we really have. So much of my life, at least, I lived in the illusion that I was under the influence or the direct control of others, that external circumstances and other people, other things. And while those things happened to me and you, financial reversals, illness, and the rest, we have so much control over not only what happens in our lives, but what we experience. Like, what is the actual experience? If you and I go outside, like I lived in Phoenix for many years, some people would go outside in the Phoenix sunshine and hate it, just want to get out of that sun just as fast as possible. Others go out in the very same sunshine and find it great. Sun worshipers, and they just love that sun, even when it's hot. And Phoenix can get so hot in the summertime and dry, like single-digit humidity. So what's the difference? The sunshine's the same, the brightness is the same. The difference is what they choose to believe about that. So that's an easy example, but it applies to every single area in your life. So are you having a beautiful day today? I don't know the answer. I am. And sometimes when I say yes, I have a friend, Chris Doris. He uses a phrase, BDDOML, best damn day of my life. And live in fabulous excitement or something. Life was someone else's. And I know I said that wrong. And if you're watching, I apologize. I know I did your acronym wrong. But it was in both cases, it's a choice. And here's what I want to encourage about today. Be a light is the name of this one. Well, what is light? Well, light chases away darkness. Darkness cannot exist in the face of light, especially bright light. Especially bright light like that sunshine right up there. Darkness cannot exist in the face of light. And the brighter the light, the faster and more completely darkness is dispersed. So why would it matter for you, for me, to be a light? Well, a light brings warmth. A light brings illumination. A light brings understanding. A light gets rid of shadows. It eliminates fears. It does all kinds of things, right? A flashlight changes a dark room into something we can understand. The sunrise chases away the night. There's always a new dawn after a dark night. All of those phrases are true, and they represent the power of light. So why would I say to you and to me in my own mirror, be a light? Well, let's talk about that, because that's something we have a choice about. Now, I don't know what your road is. My road is to 50 million. I made this project to help 50 million people, you and 50 million of you, discover the gifts that you have and then choose to serve with them. Discover your gifts and talents and then make a choice on purpose to serve them. That's my road. So I don't know what your road is. Maybe it's a road to health. Maybe it's a road to relationship. Maybe it's a road to money. Maybe it's a road to happiness. Maybe it's a road to prosperity. Maybe it's a road to repairing, old wounds. Maybe it's a road to forgiveness. Whatever road you're on, I promise you, if you choose to be a light, the road is easier. So what does it mean to be a light? Well, I can't tell you what it will mean for you, but I can suggest some possibilities. I have now trained myself, right, that the first thing I say in the morning when I wake up is how grateful I am. While I'm laying in bed, I open my eyes and I just express deep, slow, ponderous, thorough gratitude for breathing, right? And I do a long morning ritual for no other reason than to prepare myself to be a light. Now, here's the crux of today's conversation. You have a choice. You may be like me and have abdicated that choice a lot. I used to get up every day and sort of be in neutral. If I thought about anything that was negative from the day before, I would be below neutral. If I thought about anything that was scary or worrisome that was coming up today, I was below neutral. I'm 67. My birthday was a couple of days ago, and I don't know if this is normal for 67 or it ought to be when I'm 87. But I find a lot of creaky stuff in my body these days, my hips and my back a little bit. I have to hit the floor in the morning and do a bunch of stretches and push-ups and other exercises just to get organized for the day. And I choose during all that time to be a light. And so here's the point of today's encouragement. No matter what you are doing, I don't care if you have to go to work or if you get the opportunity to go to work. I don't care if you get the opportunity to stay all day in a hospital bed, or if you get the opportunity to look through want ads online or in person looking for work, or if you get the opportunity to work with one of your children who's got some struggles, or anything. I don't care what it is. You can choose to be a light. And I promise when you do that, it feels better. You chase away darkness. First darkness I chase away being a light is in my own mind. My own mind is illuminated. I get more inspiration. I get more connection to the divine. I get more certainty. I get more clarity about my purpose, my power. I feel more engulfed in the warmth that's represented by the sun and the phoenix behind me in this picture. Maybe it's an eagle. I don't know. Phoenix, eagle, a feagle. How's that? Right? I feel that, and I know you will too. We are heliotropic beings. That means we're attracted to light, and that's true of almost every living thing, down to the smallest cell. An amoeba will migrate across a petri dish toward a light source. Because light is love, light is power, light is building, light is the source of everything. And you know what's a blessing? You and I have the ability to summon, think about it, the ability to summon light into our lives. Now, we watch movies like, with magic things and aliens and, all kinds of crazy things. And they have ray guns and magic wands and spells that can do things we don't understand, or and they're interesting or scary or both. You have a magic wand. You have the ability to summon light. I want you to just marinate on that for a second. From the eternities, from the divine, from the universe, you have the ability to summon light into your heart, into your life, into your beliefs, into every action, into your conversation. You have the ability to conjure up love. Now, you may be out of practice, and so that may seem like a tall order or an impossible task. I don't know. Maybe you do it all the time, and maybe you're 100 times better than I am at it. But what I know is I learned to do it and then did it on purpose and then did it without regard to what else was going on. I felt like I lived in light all the time. And that's how I feel. Sometimes I'm a guest on a lot of podcasts and I speak in a lot of places and I love it. And I also have a podcast series called Your Ultimate Life, and I invite people on there. And I'll talk about that in a minute later in the broadcast today. And I regularly, podcast hosts will say something to me about my energy and about the light and about different things with which we talk about different topics. And most of the podcasts are about personal development and growth and change and recovering from difficult things, depression and addiction, and some of the things that I've been through, and maybe you have too. We talk a lot about those, and I have had trips through those things and live in a place of success. I live in a place where I summon light and life and love every single day. And what I know is there's nothing special about me to be able to do that. I had to learn. Like it didn't show up from Amazon in a box and I put on that light summoning jacket or hat or whatever and suddenly I can do those things. That didn't happen for me and I don't know of anyone for whom it happens. But you have the ability to summon light. So since we have that ability, what would be a reason? What would possibly be a reason that we wouldn't summon light and love every day, every hour of every day? Why wouldn't we summon that since we have the ability to do that? Well, I don't know about you, and maybe you never did this, but I didn't summon light on days and times and months and years when I didn't believe I was worthy. When I had a story about unworthiness and I didn't summon light because I didn't believe I could. I didn't summon light when I was steeped or drowning in negative emotion, when I was angry or wanting revenge, or if I was hiding in fear, fear of retribution, fear of punishment, fear of not good enough, fear of failure. So when I was hiding in negative emotion like that, I didn't have either the presence of mind or the will to summon the light and the love that we all can summon. So if when I was angry or seeking revenge or fearful or frustrated, I didn't summon light. Didn't mean I couldn't have, but I didn't. I didn't think of it. When I didn't believe I was worth it or I was able to do it, then I didn't do that. And the core, I guess, of personal development, at least for me, has been learning to take off the jacket of fear, the heavy lead coat of unworthiness, to learn and apply forgiveness toward others and toward myself, to learn to summon the light and the love that we can have. The other thing I learned about that is that as fast as I can give away or shine or share the light and the love that I summon, it's immediately replaced with more than I gave away. Now, in marketing, they talk about ad spend on Google ads or Facebook ads. And as soon as you get a positive ROAS, return on ad spend, right? You spend $1 on ads and you make $2. Why, then it's time to scale, right? You've got a winning proposition, landing page, an ad, and everything else. Love and light is like that. The more you give away, the more you have, the more that comes to you, the more that is available. So since that's a winning proposition, like a positive return on ad spend, it would be a curious question to ask why we don't just live giving love and light away just as fast as we can. When I don't do that, it's because I'm doing it because I expect something. So I'm nice or good or kind or full of light in a situation because I want something. So I'm doing a give to get. Well, when I do that, I don't find it replenishes as much or as fast because I'm doing it for me. And I had an interesting discussion the other day with somebody about the word altruism, about whether or not there was such a thing, because we know that when we give service and love, we get rewarded, right? And so if you get, and you're going to get some benefit or blessing from doing it, is it really altruism? I'll tell you what, yes, it is. And the fact that the divine or the universe rewards us, or our bodies are physiologically constructed to create neurotransmitters, oxytocin and other positive things when we live in love and kindness and we're serving each other, that's just a beautiful byproduct. And you know what another beautiful byproduct is of living in love and service? Prosperity is a beautiful byproduct. And that means hard, cold cash. Business opportunities come to me more than I know when I'm living in love and light with no thought of what I'm trying to claw back or get out of the situation. Those opportunities come. So somehow the universe, reality is constructed that when we give with all our hearts, when we love with all our hearts, it's replenished more and faster. We are built up inside. And I feel like the substance of our souls actually increases. We become more substantive people, as interesting or maybe crazy as that might sound. So, my invitation to you today is to be a light in every circumstance, in every minute, in every breath, especially to yourself. Be a light to your own heart, be a light to your goals, be a light to those around you, be a light to every person you talk to. Why? Because you can. Because you have the ability to conjure light. You have the ability to conjure up love. As a divine soul, you have that ability. We may not use it, but the more we use it, the better we get at it. So I have three invitations. One, I'd like you to share this message. Would you please share it with as many people as you're willing, on as many walls and with as many people, with an invitation also to share. Imagine what it would be like if we chose collectively to be a light. The second invitation is, if you'd like to talk, if you're living a life of purpose, prosperity, and joy, I'd like to talk to you because I love knowing more people like that. And the third thing is, if you'd like my help, I'd like to talk to you because my goal, my commitment, my purpose, this whole thing about being a light is to help you discover your gifts and talents and then serve with them so that you can serve, have that infinite replenishment, and be a light. Sending you all the love and encouragement that I have. I'll see you tomorrow.